Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Virgo for the month of June 2020. Welcome Virgo. Let's see what's coming up for you in June. Bearing in mind we'll be in Gemini for most of June, or till about the 19th, and then we cross over to Cancer. So let's see. Messages. 10 of Wands, so a bit tired, spiritually a bit exhausted, Virgo. That's okay. There's been a lot going on. The 10 of Wands always sort of signifies the end of that sort of project or that sort of journey, I suppose, in your life. The 10 of Wands is like carrying a heavy burden, you know, having too much on. So it sort of asks you to have a bit of a rest. But it's more spiritual energy that's been thieved here, because you've been going here, going there, you know, trying to keep everything going, and it's been quite difficult. So let's see. That's the energy around. So let's just see what the rest of the messages are for you. Right now you are, Knight of Swords, so true Gemini card coming in. You know, lots of things happening. Expect the unexpected at the moment. This is a very fast moving card too, I might say. A very windy card, very, very much, you know, it's something coming in at full bore and just sort of really upsetting the apple cart, so to speak. Like a heavy, you know, high wind sort of thing. But it disrupts the everyday life. So for you people who are very sort of cautious and slow moving but determined to do whatever it is, this has been a bit of a pain for you, but never mind, there it is. So you need to sort of regather and refill your energy tank after this is probably the last 2 months actually with the lockdown scenario. That's been brought about by the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is indeed destiny. There you go, Virgo. Destiny has come in, and, you know, this is what's happened to a lot of us. It's sort of just changed everything radically and drastically. But as a Virgo, you would be sort of going, okay, let's just go with that flow. Let's just see what I can do. But yeah, a bit tired, but that's okay. Wheel of Fortune is always indicative of this is how it's meant to be. This is destiny as we know it at the moment. So go with that, and let's see what's been happening in the background. Page of Wands, so new, waiting on information that will come through. So something may be disrupted. You may be waiting for information. You have been for the last bit, whilst we've been sort of locked down. But this is a great card to say things will be on the move again sooner than you think. We have adapted to this, but yeah, there's still lots of creativity and moving forward to do. That was always going to happen anyway, Virgo, and I guess you guys knew that. Well, most of us that kind of really use our intuition know that there's a beginning, a middle and an end. It's not forever. So good news coming. Movement coming, energy coming back in, action coming back in, all those positives with the Page of Wands. So here's a really good one to see at the moment. The recent influences, so the last week or two, or whatever it means to you, you know, this is your story. I'm just the teller. The Nine of Cups, so yeah, very much the wish card. Yeah, things will get better, we know that. If we step back and just have a bit of a rest and think, just let things settle, and then we know that we can achieve whatever it is we wanted to achieve. It's a Cups card, so it's very much probably about the people around us too that we feel we miss, we can't see, but we've been able to contact them and sort of have a lot better time really, because there's not so many distractions when you virtually call someone. You can actually talk to them without them looking at their phone all the time or just being distracted by other phone calls. So it's sort of nice in a way. It's a simpler way of being, and it's sort of making a lot of us feel like, yeah, well, that was So good to connect to that person. So that beautiful wish card coming in. Things being a lot more simpler, not more simpler, simpler. The lesson you'll be learning in June is, definitely poised to move forward, options on the table, forward moving energy with wands, you know, a clear path ahead of where you want to go, what you're expecting, lots of action coming in as well. So we've got 2 wands cards already, so really sort of storing up that energy to sort of move forward, maybe incrementally, but still moving forward with projects and with things that you want done. Really positive card. Near future. And we have the King of Wands coming through. So yeah, definitely. So you've started with the Page and now you've got the King. So he's like leadership. He's all about ideas, exchanging ideas, creative ideas, mind you, though. He gets things moving. He's not, you know, he's not a logic man. He's not the King of Swords. He's the King of Wands for a reason. He's a very big creative that sort of gets things moving. The project mover, the international man of mystery, I call him. So that sort of augurs well for, you know, coming into June, that things will start moving again, whether it's virtual or I imagine it would be quite virtual still, but that's probably a lot more focused way to be at the moment too, with certain restrictions having to be still in place with international movement. But really good for you, Virgo, with this sort of really, whatever you've got in your creative project sort of store, it's going to do well. So, you know, just keep working away at that. You're going to be really pleased with what happens out of it. What's happening you're not realising, this being very strongly linked to this. These two always are the, you know, the key to the reading. Yeah, the Knight of Wands and coming in a lot quicker than what you think. Things moving a lot quicker than what you think. And in terms of the action too, you've got so many wands coming through, so things are moving. There's a more simple way of doing things, a simpler way of doing things, sorry about that grammar. But with the Knight of Wands, they're going to move forward quicker than what you actually imagine. With the new normal, as they're calling it, in mind. Things will be a bit different, but still things are going to move, gather speed, gather momentum, and probably in a really great way. What I'm seeing for you is good. Let's see how others see you. Temperance, very balanced, very much divine time, very adapted to the new situation that we've been in for the last couple of months, very sort of much getting on with things anyway. Not moaning and whinging about it, just doing what you can do, keeping a balance in your life, being seen by others as very balanced and positive in a time where a lot of people kind of dropped the ball and got all fearful, but you're being seen as this sort of beacon of, just stability. So it's wonderful. This is how people see you. And very much a Sagittarian card too, so very much that ability to sort of see far away and see that things will change and things will come to an end. The impermanence of things are really important here. Nothing lasts forever, as they say, but this is how you're seen, so it's beautiful. Well done, Virgo. I've always liked the way you do things. Okay. What you're feeling positive about is the Lovers. So Lovers belongs to the Gemini people, so very much positive, decisions ready to, you know, starting to really be able to make some decisions coming through. Weighty decisions though, so they need a lot of thought, and you are people that do give lots of consideration and thought to what you're doing. You're not impulsive, you're just like, okay, that now's the right time to move, it's the right time. You're very much, you're in tune with what's going on, decisions to be made. In terms of the Lovers, yes, look, and I do general readings here. So it can be relationships, but I think this is just the general vibe as we find ourselves at the moment. Beautiful card though, and you're feeling positive about it, so brilliant. So by the end of June, when we've crossed over into the water sign of Cancer, a more emotional time, we get the Five of Coins. So just sitting back there, you know, a bit sort of feeling a bit left out in the cold with something. So just watch that decision and, you know, give time, wait for divine timing to come in. Don't overshoot the mark a bit there, Virgo, because it mightn't just be the right time. We'll put a clarifying card on that Five of Pentacles, because it's sort of like that's you thinking, oh no, I don't think this is the right time. And this is around the end of June. Once we cross over into Cancer, there's just that bit of there's going to be a bit of a hitch. So what I'm going to do now is just put a clarifying card on that Five of Coins. It won't be for long, but it will be. So you've got to be really much in tune with universal divine time, Virgo. So what is that? Yeah, Five of Wands. So just hold off on that decision a little bit, because Five of Wands is for feeling a bit held back. Another five. So there's a bit of change coming up by the end of June, that last week and a half of June. So just hold that decision. Hold on to it, Virgo, until a bit like, you know, when we sort of move on a bit further. And just, yeah, because even if you are feeling, as we said before, you know, a bit exhausted with the Ten of Wands, just pace yourself there. There is going to be a bit of a glitch, but it won't be long. You won't be held up for too long. Okay, just your message card now, Virgo. Looks really great, but yeah, just plod along this month, get what you can do. But yeah, there's the horizon is in sight. Pure thought. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Yeah, so just chill out. When you remove your own personal fantasy stories from your thoughts, you'll be able to embrace reality simply as it is and understand that there is a divine purpose to everything that happens to us. So that goes well with these two fives at the end of June. So just hang in there, decision to be made, just call it off for a little bit, Virgo, but otherwise a really good month. Thanks so much for listening. See you in July.